Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Fabula Ultima TTJRPG. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this tabletop role-playing game that attempts to bring the Japanese video game RPG experience to your table, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about actions. There are various actions available during a conflict. There's something important that should always be kept in mind when performing an action. That action isn't just a simple gesture, it's the main focus of your turn and a precise tactical choice. When you attack, you perform a full offensive maneuver. When you study, you focus your attention and try to obtain critical information, and so on. Let's talk about minor activities. There are a lot of minor gestures and operations that can be performed on your turn, alongside your main action. The Game Master has final say on what you can accomplish, but you'll generally be able to squeeze in at least one of the following. Pick up an item from the ground and/or drop something you are holding. When you pick up an accessory, a shield, or a weapon, you may immediately equip it, provided you have a free slot and are able to equip the item in question. If you drop an equipped item, you will obviously no longer have it equipped. If you want to properly rearrange your gear, you must perform the equipment action. You can also quickly throw an item you are holding to another character. You can perform a minor interaction with the environment. Open an unlocked door, pull a lever, or kick down a wooden plank to bridge a gap. All of these may be performed before, after, and sometimes during the main action of your turn. Again, the Game Master is responsible for adjudicating what is feasible during a single turn. Be generous whenever possible. If what you are doing requires a check, then it's probably your main action for the turn. Everything a character does to inject style and uniqueness in their actions will virtually take no time. Complex blade choreographies, magical chants, the mixing of alchemical ingredients before throwing a potion, and any similarly flavorful descriptions should be encouraged, not penalized. Let's talk about the different main actions that you can take. You have attack. A character may spend an action to perform an offensive maneuver using one of the weapons they have available. First, you choose a target for your attack. You must know the position of the target and be able to see them. You must be able to reach the target with the weapon you are using. Flying enemies, for instance, cannot be reached by melee attacks. Perform an accuracy check using the formula indicated by the weapon you are attacking with. The difficulty level is equal to the target's defense score. If you succeed, you hit the target. If you fail, it means they managed to anticipate, evade, or negate your offensive. A fumble indicates an automatic failure, and a critical success means you hit the target regardless of their defense. They also generate opportunities. The Game Master may apply situational modifiers such as +2 or -2 to your accuracy check based on especially favorable or hindering circumstances. If you hit the target, you deal damage based on the formula indicated by the weapon you attacked with. This will generally be a sum of your accuracy check's high roll and a fixed value based on the weapon's power. The target then loses a number of hit points equal to the damage you dealt. This may be modified by their affinity with the damage type. A vulnerable target loses twice the normal amount of hit points. A resistant target loses half the normal amount of hit points. An immune target loses no hit points, and an absorbing target recovers hit points equal to the damage suffered. Let's talk about free attacks. Some game effects allow you to perform free attacks. These follow the same procedure indicated by a normal attack, but generally take place as part of a different action. A few skills and effects might even let you perform a free attack with weapons that aren't part of your equipped items. Then we have multi. When you perform an attack with the multi property, you may select as many different targets as the specific weapon or effect allows. Multi 2, for example, lets you target up to 2 different creatures. You must perform a single accuracy check and compare it to the defense of every target, determining which of them were hit. Rolling a critical success means you hit all of your targets, while a fumble means you miss all of them. Finally, apply the normal damage calculation to each target. When it comes to two-weapon fighting, when you perform the attack action, if you have two weapons with the same category equipped, such as two swords or two firearms, you may declare that you are attacking with both. You perform the two attacks in any order you prefer, and they may both be aimed at the same target or different targets, but the following penalties apply. Both attacks lose the multi-property if they had it, and cannot gain it. When calculating damage for both attacks, the high roll is always treated as being equal to 0. You cannot use two-weapon fighting when performing a free attack. Concerning the equipment action, when you use this action, you may store any number of equipped items in your backpack, and you may take any number of items from your backpack and equip them. The only thing you can't equip or put away is armor. There's simply not enough time for that during a single action. Still, the Game Master might allow you to remove or equip a suit of armor if you spend several turns on it. Remember that equipped items are always at the ready. You don't need to perform this action to start a battle with your equipped weapon drawn, for instance. Let's talk about guard. When using this action, you focus your attention on defending your teammates and thwarting enemy tactics. You gain all of the following benefits until the start of your next turn. You gain resistance to all damage types, regardless of their source. Whenever you perform an opposed check against another character in the scene, you gain a bonus to your result. You may also choose to cover another creature present on the scene. If you do, that creature cannot be targeted by melee attacks until the start of your next turn. This effect will also end if you die, leave the scene, or are knocked unconscious. You cannot cover a creature that is already covering someone. Even if you gain the ability to perform multiple actions during your turn, or to perform the guard action for free as part of another effect, the guard action can only be performed once per turn, and its benefits never stack. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to continue with the rest of the actions. So these are very straightforward, clean, and easy to understand combat rules. I think this is mostly due to the borrowed elements from Ryuutama and Blades in the Dark, and they are well adapted to the JRPG style that this game is trying to represent. It almost feels as if you are picking actions from a menu, you know, like in a turn-based JRPG. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.